It's been about 5 days since I found that group of fork arrays you can see in some of my older videos, and I'll try and go back if I still have those clips on here and insert them right here. Now I'll show you the mushrooms now so you can see how much they've grown. It finally stopped raining today, so while I was waiting on it to quit raining, I went back up to the house and lifted, and once I got done cleaning the kennels and stuff, got changed, and I decided to go back out mushroom hunting. It's been more of a normal mushroom hunt, a lot of walking. Haven't found much up until now. Most of my good spots already went to, took my wife and son to, but I just found some more. I'm hoping this rain and this weather makes mushroom season last a little bit longer, but I'm not sure if it will or not because I've been finding a lot, so it might be done here pretty soon. Great example here of how hard it can be to find them. But once you find one, pay attention to the tree you found it by and try and stay in the same areas because the ground conditions will be the same. And right next to that one I found another tree just like it. I'll show you. That tree right there is where I found that one just now. Right next to it, there's another tree just like it. And I walked around it. I didn't see anything at first. But because I know it's the same tree with the same conditions, I knew there had to be one around here. And I saw that one coming up. Most people, a lot of first timers and new people would walk by stuff like that. They don't even know it's there. So just pay attention to the trees you're finding them by, and then almost distrust your eyes. Double check, walk around the tree, crouch down, look around, and you might see the little ones coming up or one hiding in the leaves like that. I made one more pass around this tree, and like I said, I just found another one, but it's hard to see. I was really going over the spot quite a bit because almost every single year I'll find a bunch of really nice ones here. I still haven't found anything here until now. I found a little one, but it's pretty old. Checking under some May apples now. Go back to where I found those cluster, a bunch of them in that first video. Ended up finding a fresh one. It's been a few days, and I've decided to go back out mushroom hunting and see if anything new is coming up. But it might be winding down, but I found a couple more at least already. As you'll be able to tell on a lot of these videos where I'm finding them, I've been finding a lot of them on field edges. So I've been just walking the perimeters of woods, and it's been working out because I just found some more. Hopefully, with the weather being the way it is, the internet says, I don't know if it's true or not, but I assume it's right, that when the ground temperature is between like 45 and 50 is when it's ideal. And it's been getting warm during the day, but at night it's been staying pretty cool. So I'm hoping that kind of prolongs the season a little bit. It doesn't get too hot too quick. Pretty cool den tree. I can literally get down inside of it. Pretty sure those are ramps. I'm finding a few that are kind of fresh looking, but then I'm finding some that look like this too. Definitely yellows are just starting to really come up good, because some of the older ones that kind of look gray, they're getting kind of old looking, but I'm starting to see more and more like that. A little more yellow looking. Yeah, there's another one in there. And another one right there. That one I'm gonna let go. See if it gets bigger. It looks pretty young. Here's the one. There's a whole bunch of young ones in here. There's one. There's one. We have so many already. I gave some to my aunt and uncle Doug and Becky, my aunt and uncle Donnie and Dorothy, my aunt and uncle Connie and Rosie, and my sister. I'm gonna mail some to Danny Nichols, and I'm giving some to Randy Garner too. I still have like 3 big freezer bags at home, so I'll leave the smaller ones. That way they're more fresh for some of the people I'm giving to later on. Walked a little bit further and saw some more. These ones are old and kind of knocked down, but they're not too old, so I'll pick them. I'm really glad I started filming this, because I would be surprised if this isn't one of the best years I ever have, because I'm still just walking in the same area I've been finding them, and I just keep finding some really, really nice ones. Yeah, I can't believe it. Been finding mushroom. I'm just seeing them everywhere I look. Been finding them for like 4 weeks now, which has never happened to me before. And the ones I'm finding now are like little yellows that are just now starting to come up. Friday night, right now it's Wednesday, Friday night I'll have to bring my wife and my son back in here and get these ones that I'm leaving grow. Sure they'll enjoy it. Pretty neat looking one. Old. A little bit smaller. As you can tell, I'm not even picking all the ones I'm finding. Some of them are too old. Even before, some were too old. And the smaller ones I leave. That way I can come back later and pick them when they're bigger. Right on the field edge. It's been there a while. It's a bigger size one. Not huge, but nice. I just leave that one. Look good on the outside. No, it's not very good either. Just keep walking and picking. Same spot. A lot of them look older. Some look really fresh. It's kind of small. I'll leave it. Now we're starting to get in some of the bigger ones. A couple of them would have been even bigger, but they were growing up into a little branch. Just bust it off. Normally I find a lot of big ones in the beginning of May, but since it's been so warm so early and it's been such a long season, I wasn't sure how it would be. Really hoping one of these days I find a giant one. Wish there was some way to preserve it. I can't believe it. Wasn't planning on finding this many today. I just keep looking. There's one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. There's all over the ground in here. My phone's going dead. So I'm gonna get as many as I can, leave the small ones, and then probably come back first thing in the morning. Gonna leave some of these. Some of these might get bigger. Oh, I'm gonna get yelled at for that. Facebook mushroom police are gonna get on me on that. Been walking for probably about 45 minutes through some pretty thick stuff, getting to the other side of the woods, trying to find the same terrain where I was finding the other ones, and I finally got through the thick stuff to the edge. I found some more. Ooh, there's a nice one over there. Another nice one. Ooh. That's a nice one. That's what the bark looks by. Some nice ones. And this is what they're growing by. Bark that looks like that on an oak tree. Nice one. Well, I'll have to cut some of that off, but it's good. I was bent over picking those two I just showed you, and I looked up, a whole bunch more right in front of me. And there's some behind me too. Absolutely crazy how many I'm finding. Just the longer I look, the more I see in the distance. I think that's an elm, but it's dead. It's producing a lot of them. Ones I found was by that tree right there. Saw this tree looks just like it. Also dead. Didn't see any around it, so I came around the back side. There's a couple. I knew there'd be some by it. If you see the same tree with the same conditions, there's gonna be some growing there. Found some and some thick stuff. Tell deer something's been eating the tops of them. Definitely hit the jackpot here. There's a ton of big ones, and I'll show you why. Pick all I can around this tree. Wow, that's a nice one. Pick everything around here that I can get. Top my bag off, then I'll probably head back to the truck and go home. Battery is 10%, so I'm trying to conserve. I'm not showing you all the ones I'm picking, but like right here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll show you that real quick. Probably got about 6 or 7 pounds here. Still finding them, still picking them, but I'm going back to the truck. My phone's about dead and my wife should be home from work soon. So I'm sure I'll keep adding on to this video. I got one up on my channel right now. It's processing, so when that's done, you'll be able to see that, and after that, I'll upload this one. As I'm walking back to the truck, I just thought of something I might share with you. I'm sure a lot of people like me, what I used to do, would just go around looking through the woods, not necessarily think of much of a plan. But what I do now is I'll try to build a pattern each year with where I'm finding them. And then before I even go to a woods, I'll think in my head where I'm going to park and how I'm going to walk it, so I can cover the most ground efficiently where I know they're going to be growing. So like now I'm finding a bunch more, but I'm finding them on my way back to the truck. So you can get the most out of your time in the woods too if you plan ahead. Said about 5 minutes ago, if you think out a plan how you're going to walk through the woods and where you're going to start working your way back and try and build upon what you've already found, you'll have pretty good luck. Because I'm just getting back towards my truck, coming back a different way, and I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 of them right here. Like I said, I'm not, and there's another one, I'm not showing you all the ones I'm picking because it's killing my battery. I'm finding so many of them, but you'll see at the end of the picture when I get all of them out of this bag. Decided to go out today, try a new spot I've never been in before. I've never hunted in this woods for anything. I've had permission to hunt it for a long time, but I've just never made my way over here. And so far, the only thing I've found is a ton of ramps. Starting to think someone went through here because I wasn't finding anything in some spots that looked like they definitely should have some mushrooms. But I walked up by some dead elm and ash trees and I found some. You think you see a tree like that, you'd find a bunch underneath it, but that's not always the case. Sometimes you do, sometimes some spots just don't produce, but you gotta look for what works, and sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. Been walking for about another half hour, haven't found any more mushrooms, but I did find some of the largest groups of pheasantback mushrooms I've ever found. I got rained on for about 2 hours, soaking wet, and I only found one in there. So either that woods is awful for mushrooms or someone already went through it. But I'm gonna go pick some that I know are in a spot I left a few days ago. And then tomorrow night, be Friday night, I'll be taking my wife and son back out to a spot where I left a bunch more yesterday. And it's still pouring down rain and kind of cool. So I imagine they'll still keep coming up, and the ones I left should grow some. If you've been watching all my other mushroom hunting videos, you'll recognize these ones because I've left them here. It's been over a week since I found them. They keep growing. I think I'm gonna pick them because they're getting kind of brown around the bottoms. These are some of the first ones I found this year. They've been there for over a week. It's really weird too because I'd say at least 95% of the ones I found this year are all in spots where I've never found them before. And like right here where I'm walking, I find them here every year. And there's nothing here. There hasn't been anything here. Just got my family with me again today. Probably the last day I take them out because it's getting pretty late in the season. Train tracks? Hey Clay, what's this? What's this? Yeah, it's a mushroom. That one fell out of the ground. Give it to mommy. It's been a couple days and it's rained. Some of them grew and some of them didn't really, so we'll just pick them. Yeah, go ahead and get that one. I honestly think they're still growing. Some of them are still growing. Like that one wasn't here before. Hey Clay, you want to pick that mushroom? Right here. Grab down here. Grab down here. Give it to mommy.
Good job.
There's one in this cage. Fencing. Old. Spread it out here. That one's a fresh one. I'll leave it. I'll come back in a few days, squirrel hunting or something. Pick that one. Leave that one. Oh, there's a big, yeah. Just make sure he doesn't step on it. These will be the ones I give to Randy because they'll be the freshest for him tomorrow. Yep, they're mushrooms.
No, gosh.
They taste good, buddy? Good? Num nums. He likes mushrooms. Prefer him to eat them when they're cooked, but walking, just keep finding them. Yep. Not gonna be able to let him handle them anymore. Hi, Clay. Some old ones. Wow. That is a very light colored one. Wow. That is a nice one. got stuffed on this one. Yep, it's a mushroom. Look at this over here. Four of them right here. Make that 5. It's pretty moldy on the top. Oh, 6. Yep, those are mushrooms. I'm pretty surprised. I figured today might be the last day I could go, but the way this woods is looking, some of them are young enough that I might be able to continue going into next week. Oh, that's a nice one back in there. Oak trees. You can find a lot of nice ones by oak trees. Another oak tree. Is that an apple tree? Give it to mommy.
Good job.
Yeah, it's moss. Check the weather. And the highs for like the next week are all supposed to be in the upper 50s. Lows supposed to be in the mid 30s. And it's not going to change. It's almost identical every day for like the next week. So if the conditions stay the same, I'm hoping the mushrooms keep coming up. Give that to mommy. You're fine, buddy. Step over it. There you go. Walking back to the truck, we just found a whole bunch of big ones. There's a whole bunch in here. I just keep seeing them. Every time I take a step, there's more. And another young one right there.
Apple two. Apple two.
Right at your feet.
Oh. You see that?
There's another one right back there. Look up higher.
Oh, I thought you meant this one.
No, that one, and there's another one right over there. In the sunlight, yep.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right down there. Took my squirrel dog out today, my young one, and just walking around. He kind of hunts close to me. So it wasn't really mushroom hunting, especially since I've already found so many. So I thought I'm not gonna go out of my way looking for them, but if I come across some, I'll share it with you guys. And of course, I found some. Getting to an area where I find a lot of big ones usually every year. So of course, there's a big one up here. That was already knocked out of the ground. Buddy. A lot of the ones I found before were on field edges. Now I'm finding a lot more on the interior of the woods. The ones I just found here actually they're about 20 yards away or so from some really big ones I found probably about 4 years ago. There wasn't any in that exact spot, and I'm finding that this year most of my best spots aren't producing anything. And most of them came from new spots, but there's tons of them everywhere. Just keep zigzagging through here, checking trees, just like that one. Right there, just keep finding them. This is a first for me. I've never had this happen before. Got away from that deer, gonna leave it alone. And I found another nice big mushroom knocked down somewhere where I've never found them before. Another one up there. Right there's the edge of a swamp. I have never found them this close to the swamp before.